Hello, my name is Anna Fisher. Did you know that wind is one of the most efficient ways to produce energy? Not only is it one of the most efficient ways to produce energy, it is also one of the most environmentally friendly ways as well. Through my research, I have found that the most common ways to produce energy, such as nuclear power, oil, gas, and coal, are some of the worst things for not only us, but our environment. The fossil fuels we use to produce our energy make it harder and harder for us to find clean air to breathe. Wind energy is a clean source, naturally reoccurring, and leaves no environmental footprint behind. Today, I will examine the harmful effects other forms of energy have on the environment, how wind energy is produced, and the benefits of using wind energy. First, let's take a look at the harmful effects other forms of energy have on our environment. Over the past years, we've discovered fossil fuels as our main source of energy, despite their negative impact. Now, the harmful effects are becoming more noticeable and uncontrollable. These fossil fuels released into the air make it harder for us to find clean, fresh air to breathe. It pollutes the food we eat, the water we drink, and the plants we grow. It is damaging the beautiful planet that we love and enjoy so greatly. Gas pollutes our air as well as coal and oil. Nuclear power plants have harmed the humans who live around them to the point that children are being born with deformities. National Geographic states, when fossil fuels are burned, they release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, which in turn trap heat into our atmosphere, making them the primary contributors to global warming and climate change. These fuels have been one of the main contributors to our climate change that has not only affected us, but the plants and animals around us. The choices we have made are now affecting completely innocent, uninvolved parties that will soon affect future generations. It's not fair to those who do not get to decide how the environment is being changed around them due to the ways we decide to produce energy just because it is cheaper but less environmentally friendly. With environments rapidly changing, animals and plants are being forced to change with their environments. Although some animals and plants aren't able to do this and simply cannot survive the changes being made around them, forcing them to go extinct due to the lack of food resources that they need to live off of. If we do not make this necessary change to what we use to produce our energy, it will result in changes that we cannot reverse. This change lies in wind energy. It is the necessary improvement we need to make for our climate, animals, and last but not least, ourselves. Now that we have discussed the harmful effects of fossil fuels, let's consider how wind energy is produced. Through the use of wind turbines, the wind's kinetic energy is gathered by the blades of the turbine. The wind causes the blades to turn, which are connected to the drive shaft that turns an electric generator, which produces electricity, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Not only is wind energy becoming more and more cost-effective, but it is also becoming more common. Pretty soon, wind energy could replace the majority of energy producers. Companies are starting to realize the negative impact fossil fuels are having on the environment. A lot of these companies are moving towards wind energy due to the fact that is where power is headed. Wind energy brings back a vital resource for some towns that have been drained dry by big companies that just need fossil fuels. With wind energy, towns that are deserts or are no longer able to produce fossil fuels due to being drained dry can have a large economic boost that benefits them tremendously. This is happening to many towns in Texas that were once used to mine for coal and oil, but now have a lack of those resources due to the fact that they were completely drained by these companies. Now that we have discussed how wind energy is produced, let's consider the benefits of wind energy. As I previously stated, wind is a free, unlimited, and renewable resource. This means that we will never run out of it. It's sustainable. As long as the wind blows and the sun shines, it can be harnessed to send out power all across the grid. Unlike fossil fuels, which could take thousands to millions of years to produce and are not renewable, wind is always available. Not only is wind energy not at all harmful to the environment, but it has no effect on the environment around it. It leaves no environmental footprint behind, which is how our energy should be produced. Although a little more expensive to produce than fossil fuels, wind energy is ultimately worth the cost to produce when our planet's health is factored into the mix. It is also the cheapest to produce out of all of the renewable resources, and the extra money spent now to produce wind energy could save us thousands in the long run trying to repair the damage fossil fuels have made and are going to make if we continue to let this be our main energy provider. Wind energy is ultimately one of the best forms of energy, but it is also increasing job opportunities by the thousands. With job opportunities already low as it is due to the pandemic, wind turbines and windmills provide so many jobs to Americans who wouldn't otherwise be able to find one. It also provides jobs to other countries that are having a lack of. According to the National Geographic, the U.S. wind sector employs more than 100,000 workers, and wind turbine technician is one of the fastest growing American jobs. In conclusion, wind energy is one of the most beneficial ways to produce energy. Not only is it more cost-effective than solar energy, it is better for the environment than fossil fuels and nuclear power. Ultimately, fossil fuels and nuclear energy negatively impact the environment in ways that wind energy combats. It is also simple and effective at producing energy, and it benefits the economy in multiple ways that are proven. By boosting small towns that need these windmills and wind jobs, it gives many ways to produce income to rural Americans for that chance that already have a low chance of getting jobs due to the fact they do live in rural America. Wind energy provides an abundance of jobs and other economic benefits that make it well worth it to pay the extra money to enable it to be the main source of energy. Thank you for letting me talk about the many benefits of wind energy and the harmful repercussions of fossil fuels. Goodbye.